Hello there, welcome back. Today I'm talking about Scum and part of my Alan Clarke series. This is the film version of Scum. There really was a version of Scum that was shot for BBC that was banned, so they reshot it as a film. They changed certain things as well about the script. So this film was like 70 minutes, the TV show was like 70 minutes, the film was like 90 minutes, so it has been expanded a bit. Padded out. Certain things have been taken out. The big difference really, I mean, a lot of the actors are the same, but some aren't. Same director, same writer, but different producers, different location. The big difference is the actors are about 2 or 3 years older, so they don't quite look as young anymore. In the TV version, one of the big horrors was how young they looked and how horribly they were being treated and how like all the violence felt really immediate in your face. The kids just felt like they were troublemakers, but this was not the solution for them. This was like obviously government just saying, we don't know what to do with these people, just put them there and just forget about them. And please don't bring them up again because we don't want to talk about them. And you saw the horrors of these kids just beating the hell out of each other for some supremacy, so that everybody wants to rule. Even in hell they want to rule something, because a lot of them were dysfunctional, and it's a way to communicate is to be the boss and things, to be the daddy. And that's lost in the film version. The film version, they're a few years older and they feel like young thugs rather than kids. And so it becomes more like a gangster movie than a... So the threat and the building of Ray Winston as the threat and the guy who's going to take over this Boston, where they all are, is much more like a gangster movie where he's taking over slowly but surely. It's very enjoyable and exciting watching him take down his enemies bit by bit. How he works against them with the people who run the Boston to get his way. It all works really well in that way, but you lose the idea of the kids. The actual horror of what's there isn't in the film really. It's not there because they're too old. You're thrown off. It doesn't feel like an exploitation of youth by government. It just doesn't feel as angry. So by the time you get to the end where someone's committed suicide and they're all beating and smashing the place up, there's less power. Obviously it's them against oppression, that works, but the whole idea of them being that exploited doesn't work as well. So that's the thing they lose. Also they lose little details, like in the first one, Ray Winston, after he's become the boss, takes on this boy as his wife. Really, the whole idea is he's not gay, but he needs some companionship while he's there, so he's gay for a couple of months really. And that's gone in this one, and you miss it because it adds a human touch to the Ray Winston character that now is just all about taking out his enemies and being the daddy and being the boss and getting out. He's still really well played. Ray Winston plays him really well, but it feels like a different character. It feels much more like a character who is a criminal, and when he leaves this place he'll remain as a criminal. He will be a criminal and we're back and forth to prison, you know, throughout his life. That's what it feels like now with Carlin. It doesn't feel like he's someone who shouldn't be there. And that's when you feel like he should be there. It's like, and so that's a big difference. The other thing is there's a difference by playing Archer. Archer in the original was played by David Thrithall, and he was the guy who was older than everyone else, and he shouldn't be in the Boston at all, and he's much more intellectual, he reads. And in the TV version he was a rougher character, and he was more he was just outsourced everyone else. He was just too old to be there, and he was almost like the narrator of what's going wrong with the Boston system. And in this one, Mickey Ford plays him. Was that his name? I think so. And it's a really good performance. I really like this Archer too. Both Archers are terrific, but they're very different people. This one, because everyone else has been aged up, he looks like he's almost the same age as most of the other actors, which means you'll lose that slight separation from the character. And also, he is more posher than the other guy playing him, which works in some ways and doesn't work in other ways. It works in isolation. This guy feels like existentially isolated from everybody. He feels less of a part of the community of people who are doing their own thing. He feels like he's isolated and he's going to get through himself. In the other one, it felt like he was doing that as a facade. It was a way of getting through it. It was more human. In this one, it's more of an intellectual thing of, I'm going to get through this way. But it's still a wonderful performance. And he really nails a lot of the speeches the actor has about the corruption of the prison service, how it makes both the prisoners and the guards inhumane. Like, he's terrific. He's a really terrific performance. It's just a different emphasis because he's a different actor, and the actors around him are a bit older. So it feels like a man in a prison trying to survive his time, rather than someone who shouldn't be there bound to all these children. It's just a different feeling to it. And the film itself feels there's a bit more money to it. Probably not much more money, but it feels a bit more produced rather than the BBC way of doing it, which is very much more rough. And so the violence in the TV version feels like really brutal. The violence here is still terrifically done. It is brutal, but it does feel there's too much sometimes. Like there's, and it's in the TV version, you felt like you got to violence quick and he was gone, and it was like really disturbing. In this one, it lingers a bit more. Not to the idea of the sense of being gratuitous, but it feels it's lingering more, and you're kind of it doesn't make it exploitative. It just makes it slicker, and you lose the sense of it being something brutal because it's a bit longer as well. It doesn't feel like the accumulation of the TV version. This version is more spaced out, so you feel like it is a gangster movie as them going through through the system of the different levels of corruption, but it doesn't feel as brutal as the TV version. The TV version just has that immediacy to it that this version doesn't have. It just feels like people in prison rather than kids in prison. It's just a different movie. It just literally feels like they're calling it a Boston, but it just feels like young men in prison. And it just makes it a different film. I like the TV version better, but I really like this film too. It's really well made. The performances are terrific. The direction is terrific. Everything is really well done. It's still showing the brutality of the prison system in the 70s. It still shows the way British society was in the 70s, where the people in charge were exploiting the lower classes for their own way, for their own ideology, their own way of thinking about the world, which is a very conservative view then. But they're expecting these people, because they made mistakes, to bow to them, and if anyone didn't follow what they wanted, it was going to be brutality. And they would let these kids beat each other up as long as they could control the overall thing. They didn't really care about individual victims. And that becomes the whole thing about the end, where one of the kids kills himself because he was raped and no one dealt with it. And that was the straw too far. In the TV version, you see why they're angry. In this version, because they're older, it works, but it doesn't work as much as well, because it feels much more like a prison. And it's like, well, that's going to happen in a prison. it just feels different. But it's still a very good film, but it's not as good as something like Contact, the original Scum, Elephant. It doesn't feel as raw and as brutal as these films. So I hope you enjoyed that. When I go back to do more Alan Clarke stuff, which I'm going to be doing, I'll be back to doing two films at a time. This one, because it's almost like an addition to an earlier video, I just did it as a oneer. And so I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back soon with another video.